Oh, goody.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we've got another team comp for you. This one I'm calling Big Illidan, and it is using one of my favorite characters in Mercenaries who I haven't actually used in quite some time, Illidan. Illidan is so much fun to use, and I'm a big fan of basically all his skills. His skin especially looks really cool with the diamond one. And he's just a really powerful merc that was seeing quite a bit of play early on, but he has kind of disappeared for the most part outside of like an older build of Frost Tirion, which isn't super heavily played anymore. So I thought we'd try and make him work again. Speaking of Tirion, though, we are actually using Tirion here to make the Illidan big. Basically, I was like, hey, what if we just threw Tirion in a Valeera lead? It's not something I've seen anybody else really try so far. We have Grom here. I think Grom is just so good in the meta. Obviously, he's been a good character for a while now, but the fact that you can snipe down opposing ice elementals, the fact that you can deny Valeera combos if they only have one combo enabler is just so incredibly strong. And having a speedy Battle Fury to kind of hit opposing Valeeras through stealth is also really good too. Then we have Valeera, just doing her thing. Big burst damage, big speed. We all know what she does at this point. Tirion, he's really there to die more than anything else. However, he actually can be pretty decent. The Blessing of Kings, you get that off on a Valeera or Rogers or Illidan. That is a pretty significant bonus to the stats there, and Divine Shield can also save them from some damage. And then also Judgment of Humility is still pretty strong, being able to kind of neutralize a big attacker. And don't always remember, don't forget, this actually has a Death Blow. I forget that so much, but Death Blow give all your characters Divine Shield is incredibly strong. And so if you can actually line it up with Valeera to get him to quickly snipe down a unit on turn 2 and protect your guys, it can be pretty backbreaking for the opponent. Then on our bench here, we do have Illidan, kind of the namesake of this comp. I really missed playing with Illidan, and I think he's just a really fun character to use. I am using the Warglaves of Azeroth. I do think this one is needed given the current meta, as especially against things like Sinestra, when she's the last one left. Since we do only have one red in this comp, or not one red, since we do only have, Localar on the bench, Grom usually dies early on, this can be really important, because when Sinestra is the last one left, if our Illidan is big, we actually get a hit in 3 times with this, which can be enough to kill her, which is pretty cool. Speaking of cool, though, we do have Localar here. Localar just, we need a big red, and it was pretty much between Localar or Thrall. And so far, Localar's really been pulling his weight, even though we don't really have any other Frost synergy on this team. He just, is good on his own, and the fact that you can just throw him in off the bench if your opponent kills one of your units early on and they're going fast, you can kind of punish them for it, which is really nice. And then I did want to have another unit that benefited from the Tirion buff on the bench here, so that's why we went with Rogers. Initially, I was thinking Cookie, but I think just generally Rogers performs better in this build. I saw Mulhu was having quite a bit of success with Rogers in his Tirion buffing build, so I figured we would try the same thing. We are actually going to probably try out Mulhu's build later on this week in a co-op, so look forward to that. But that is kind of the overview for the comp. Just quickly, equipments, we are using the additional attack, equipment 1 on Rogers, the Frigid Winds on Localar, Illidan has his Warglaves, and then standard equipment on the other 3, Ashbringer on Tirion, Unnatural Smoke on Valeera, and Halting Sash on Grom. So we are going to get into some games here. Before we do that, though, if you enjoy the content, do remember to like and subscribe. It really does a ton to help out the channel and keep the Mercenaries videos coming. Without further ado, let's get into some games. All right, Cerberus. I'll lead like this. Alright, they got a frost opener. That is fine, probably. We're gonna take it slow. See if that helps us. Okay, now we can... This being slow is actually useful for us. So we can bump in. Do that to kill that. And smack in for damage. Jaina equals popped. Valeera is large now. Now we have Rogers and Illidan. So let's see. I think we actually want to speed up the Illidan. So we can speed up the Illidan. Make it deal 21 to everything. It won't be enough to kill the Localar, though. Then we get eaten by the Localar. So I think maybe we have to attack in twice. That'd be 42. And then it will die to the Valeera. So I think that's how we have to do it. We speed this up. We outcast attack. And then we Sinister Strike.
Job's done.
Unfortunately, Jaina sticks around one more turn, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. As long as Localar is gone. Oh no, Jaina dies. What am I saying? This is actually fantastic. They got absolutely destroyed. I forgot it hits the right side. It's been a really long time since I've played Illidan. But I missed him. Illidan is awesome, and he has one of my favorite diamonds too. Such a sick skin. They have 1 red and 2 greens. Curious what that will be. Guessing Belinda, maybe Valeera. And we already saw Localar, so like Thrall or Ragnaros or something like that. Oh, I guess we're not going to see. All right, very nice, very nice. All right, up against Cloud. Not sure what they're running. We shall see, though. Cool thing about this build is you could open up differently, too. You could do like a Localar, Tirion, Rogers open, too. Yes, they're running Shadow. This should actually be a fine matchup for us, though. Oh, we get Divine Shield too? That is awesome. That is really sweet. Yeah, I swear I always forget about the Death Rattle on Tirion, but it is incredibly powerful. Especially now because we can just be like, hey, that lesser water elemental is going to die. Stack our zeros here. I think we do this just to stack the zeros purely.
Job's done.
Nice. Yeah, Valeera is taking quite a bit of damage here. That's pretty good for us. Ooh, this is actually real interesting. We might be able to mess them up by Blessing of Kings at 0 speed. Might be kind of risky. I think the payoff is pretty high. Actually, I think we're just going to do it on Valeera. Yeah, we want that to go off first. Then that, then this.
Job's done.
Nice. Yep, Grom dies, but their Valeera's dead. Now we have 2 greens here. Probably just send in Rogers. I think Rogers makes sense.
Show them what we're made of.
Could also have been Localar. Okay, well now I'm pretty happy with sending in Rogers. Because we definitely want to punch this. Valeera will gain 10 attacks, so it'll be 32. Doubled will be enough to kill the Natalie. So we just want to damage this and kill that.
Job's done.
And hopefully Localar ends up killing our Tirion, which would be great. Oh, they might just, yeah, it looks like they full clear here. Which isn't the greatest, but I think we can win from here. Cookie, okay. So Hailstorm is very good here. And then I think we Blade Dance into Outcast attack.
Job's done.
Oh god, it lived at 1? It lived at 1? That's not good. See, they have 3 frost damage, so we have to go for a kill on the Localar here, it seems.
Job's done.
Alright, we got him. Nice, we got there. That was a close one. GG. Alright, looks like we're up against Cloud again. See if they're running the same thing.
Here we go. My cookie.
Nope, looks like it is something different. They have swapped over to Frost Valeera,
Watch.
which I think we can handle just fine, to be honest. So I think the best way to do this, as I learned before, is just deny their combo on turn 1. Then their elemental won't get sped up, Valeera will kill it, we'll deal damage to the Barden.
Job's done.
That way we'll be speedy next turn and they will not. We do get a little bit of Arden damage, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Because we are much faster than them now, which is very good for us. So we'll do some math here. Let's see. They can speed up. Let's think about this a minute. Could kill this. And just bump into Varden. I kind of like that. Kill Belinda. Bump into the Varden. We'll do it at faster speed to avoid potential snapping. Because they can hit our Valeera and then, I think, snap us. Oh, I guess not. Their Valeera kills our Valeera. They still don't have it comboed, though, which is really good for us. So now, how do we want to do this? Actually, there's a cool play here with Rogers. We could speed this up with Rogers to bump into the Valeera and kill it, and a lot of damage there. Kind of like that.
What we're made of.
There's Cookie. Actually, we can go... I do want to hit this, I think. So we can actually go there to guarantee the hit there. And then we're just going to try and buff the Rogers, I think.
Job's done.
So we'll take 20 from the Cookie if they win the flip. Then we heal for 12, which is enough to hit there, hit there. Boom, boom, Lure's dead. You do get the snipe, but it's really not the biggest deal in the world. Now we can just send an Illidan to start cleaning things up.
Who shall be next? Taste my blades.
I'm ready.
And it's Jaina. Sure. Well, we're really slow, so we might as well do this. Might as well... See, is there a point in blade dancing here? Let's see if we gain 5 attack. That'll get us to 18. So that is actually exactly enough to kill Varden, so we're going to do that. And then... just punch in with the Tirion.
Job's done.
Boom, Varden gone, which is good. The funny thing about this is we're actually like doing good with our units before even getting the Tirion buff, which is kind of cool.
Let your essence congeal.
And here we can play around local R potentially. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna take it slow. We'll go Blade Dance, punch the local R, and we'll punch the... probably the local R again. We're not really scared of this Cookie.
Job's done.
That's insane luck, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right now? That's absurd. I think we're still going to win this game, but they literally had every hit it Illidan. That's just crazy. I can't believe that. That is like true clown fiesta stuff right there. Well, we're going to Hailstorm. Going to buff up the Rogers and try and protect her. Actually, we can just snipe it down. Yeah, we can just kill fast there. And then... I think we still want to do this, though. Yeah, we should win this, no problem. Yep, nice. GG. This comp's actually pretty sweet. Alright, 222.
Watch your back.
Okay, orcs. We have orcs. What is our strategy against orcs here? Well, Valeera being in the middle is actually bad positioning-wise against orcs. I think we want to focus this down, as that is what enables all of the crazy orc scaling. Are they just going to try and kill Valeera? I see. Okay. Well, the nice thing is we can actually ram into them with Grom if we want, which is pretty good. We can stack twos as well, since Valeera is going to die anyway.
Job's done.
Seems pretty good. Nice. Yeah, it's very good. And they probably have nature backline, which means Rogers here will be good.
Show them what we're made of.
Yep. The cookie comes in. Okay. So you can actually punish them pretty hard with firing position. So we're going to buff Rogers. We'll just go for damage on Cookie or Mouth. Probably Mouth. Alright, nice. We get some free damage off. It helps negate the snipe a little bit. They actually slowed us, which is great for us. And now they're all fast, so we can punish them with Localar.
Let your essence congeal with Localar.
Go for the kill on Mouth. Go for this, and we are going to... We should probably just kill our own Tirion, but I don't want this to get a free smack in, so we will opt to shrink it.
Job's done.
Alright, let's see what they do here. Are they just rooting Tirion? No, they're rooting Rogers, aren't they? Yep, that's smart, actually. But they still take 1,000,000 from this Localar. So as long as we can kill the Mouth, we should just be able to wrap this up.
Job's done.
Oh, and they're not even fast this turn, so they could gain some health, but Mouth still deletes this. Or, not Mouth, Roger still deletes it. Which is good, that's what we want. Yeah, we'll do that. And it should just be a pretty easy win from there. Oh no, they don't even go for the snipe on the Tirion. Interesting. Alright, mouth down. Take a lot of damage. Chain lightning hurts, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. We're also out of snipe range, which is good. And it should be a pretty easy win from here. We can actually speed up the actually there's no reason to speed it up, right? I guess we could speed it up to stop the cookie getting to act, which isn't bad. We also get some HP back. Yeah, we'll just speed up the Illidan.
Job's done.
Boom. Illidan is fast. Boom. Oh, they actually went for the slow there. It's kind of surprising, but ultimately doesn't really matter. Boom, 10 damage. Boom, Illidan gets the W. Very nice. GG. Alright, so we actually had like a lot of success with this comp. Only had a little bit of playtime today, but our final record ended up being 4-1. So far, the only matchup I have had trouble with, kind of like Mulhoo's build, actually has been dragons. Dragons can be kind of tricky, mainly because we only have one blue in this comp, and so we don't really have a great way of dealing with Yu'lon early on. However, it's possible that if you're expecting dragons, maybe you can like bench Tirion in favor of the Rogers, and that can kind of help your matchup a little bit. I'll have to play test it more to kind of figure all that stuff out though. But against the rest of the field, it has been doing rather well. It actually kind of overperformed my expectations. I really wasn't sure if, mixing Tirion with Valeera would kind of work, as I haven't seen anyone else really try that before. But it seems to work out pretty well, and even in the games where Tirion doesn't die early on, he still has the threat of shutting down opposing units, and especially giving these buffs. Like the buff is really, really big, and it's kind of nice because it puts your opponent in a difficult position of, well, either I kill Tirion and he buffs everything, or I leave him alive and he buffs and protects stuff, and then kind of neuters any attackers. It's pretty interesting. I like Tirion quite a lot and was happy to see that he kind of worked in this build. And then Illidan here just was absolutely great. We are seeing a bit more of an uptick in the nature benches, or at least I am, which makes sense. I think they were underplayed for a while, so now they're coming back a little bit. And Illidan seems to do rather well against the nature benches. The one thing you have to be aware of is just try and segment their swap-ins. So if they get that Malf out first, make sure you kill the Malf before they get their other two nature units in. And then it is way easier for kind of Illidan to just totally destroy Cookie and Brucon. But yeah, I really like this comp. Definitely recommend it if you want an excuse to play Illidan and just try something new and fun. But that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.